time has arrived. The college football playoff set to get underway as 12 teams begin that long battle on the road to the national championship. Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium, home field of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on last season's national champions, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Handed off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Want to see as a play caller, you get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Back to pass. It's Barnett. Looking to scramble. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he'll finally step out of bounds after a massive gain.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. He shreds the tackle. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Makes a quick catch. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. To the air, it's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there. The Gators have 1st and 10 here. Off the play. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 38. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made by the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. He's running out of time here. Breaks an open space. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
What a heads-up play here by this quarterback. Everybody's covered downfield. He keeps his poise. No big deal. Just calls his own number and gets the first down. And most importantly, he slides at the end of the play. Lots of time left in this one, so he's got to protect himself.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking for a man. Deep shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And the Gamecocks looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Bennett. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. No huddle now for the offense.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to throw. It's Barnett. On the move now. Wide open downfield. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Gamecocks will try to keep this drive moving.
Easy. Black 24. Black 24. Gaucho. Hawk.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. Caught near Touchdown, Gamecocks, as they get on the board here in this playoff game. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned.
Lets it rip. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
He's in the clear at the 30 now. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score.
Man, now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
Design quarterback run. Powers through.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back. It's Barnett. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, South Carolina.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
PAT puts him in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Going to try to use his legs here. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Important second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Grab behind the line, it's Wilson. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. And it's South Carolina in the lead here. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking in, it's Brown. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Screen to the receiver in the flat. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The completion makes it second and short. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Tackle, but first down. And the Gators come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the game. Nice throw, good completion on a first down, and he's already got a play call. He's ready to snap the ball again.
He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up with a play and taken down.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And it's incomplete, just missed the wide receiver there.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
So fourth down and 12. The offense is on the field to go for it. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Fires it to the wideout. It is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Carver. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. They'll try to run for the first down. And the Gamecocks pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down and inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looking to scramble. Looks like he's going to run it. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
The pass rush closing in. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle there, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle. That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
And he throws his third interception of the day. And he's bringing it back. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Breaks free.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Looking to throw. It's Barnett. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. The Gamecocks hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. And the Gamecocks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here's the running back. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He escapes the pocket. Looking to scramble now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Gamecocks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Great cut, they whiff on him. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
Automatic on the PAT. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46. The Gators will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
The offense now operating in empty. They look to throw it here on second down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Oh, what a grab. They make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Here comes a throw from the red zone. On the move now. And he'll just get rid of it. Takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Second down, looking to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Moves out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. And he will score.
Well, they roll the dice here, call that play, and it works out. They get points on the board. They cut into the lead. Now you got a ton of momentum going in at halftime to make some adjustments and come out feeling that you can come back and win this game.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick this deep to begin the second half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And this time it's complete. We find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a fourth down attempt. They'll try it again here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Second down play coming up for this offense.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
The ball is caught. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
Well, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
3rd and short here in this playoff. It's the 9th play of the drive coming up. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Florida, as the QB fights his way into the end zone. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Scanning the field. It's Barnett. Looking for his big tight end. Pop over the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Gamecocks hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quick throw over the middle. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on 3rd down now? Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, South Carolina. And that will give them the lead now. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Gators offense retakes the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality is seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. And they'll give it to the back. Finding space at the 20. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles, crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up, because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Pass complete for a 1st down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. An inside give now from the shotgun. He's past the marker and still going. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And at 1st down, they go right back to him. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Well, this defense seems to be confused. That's back-to-back big carries for 1st downs. They better get it together, or this could be an easy drive for this offense.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Looking to scramble. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down. first down. To throw, it's Barnett. Quick throw to the left side. And it's a touchdown, but hold on here. We have a flag down. Let's check what that's about. So the call on the defense declined, of course, and the touchdown will stand. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Nice grab. It's Wilson. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now. He'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
They come up on first down, clock running, final minute here of the third quarter. Send the back in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. It's a wide receiver screen. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the first down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. To the air. It's Lagway. Running back has it on the screen now. They'll make the tackle, but it's enough for a first down. Good call on that screen play.
Great patience here. Great execution by the entire offense. The quarterback kind of baits the defense towards him, drops it off to the back, and he's got a convoy in front of him for a nice first down.
And it's South Carolina in the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch.
How about the consistency from this quarterback and his accuracy? That's 5 passes, 5 completions, and now he's got first and goal.
He keeps it on the design run. Touchdown, Florida. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
What have they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Caught quickly. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it second and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a first down.
First and goal. They need points, but it wouldn't hurt to also milk the clock up. Loose football. And the defense comes up with the football.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, what a wasted possession. In the second half of a tied game, you got the ball in the red zone, you're going in to score and take the lead, and you put the ball on the ground. And just like that, you flip the momentum to your opponent.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, staying holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the grab. It's ball. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Grab down the middle. It's Wilson. So the offense chooses to decline the pass interference penalty, and the result of that play will stand. So the offense comes up now on first down thanks to that costly penalty. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And the Gators pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Looking to chuck it again. Caught over the middle. It's ball. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
A crucial play in this game. It's third down and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
That's why you practice and practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, second and 1.
Another positive run on first and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Snags the quick throw. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
They face third and short here in the playoff on the 10th play of this drive. Hands, it's ball.
Boy, great job here by the quarterback to find the running back out of the backfield. That'll earn his team.
Grab behind the line. against Brown. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, after this last play, he's now over 400 yards passing on the day. Are you kidding me?
So the clock has stopped, and we've reached the last 2 minutes here. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. First down. We're going to throw the football. Running back grabs it on the screen. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Here's the second down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
They could use some yards here on third down. A field goal try would be from 54. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Defense is coming after him. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a fourth down call. Defense calls their third and final timeout at the half now. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Their last chance here. He escapes the pocket. Look out, room to run here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
The running back has been busy today, but not much to show for it. The defense all over him again. The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now, 2nd and 11. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So a field goal attempt coming up now. So in the final seconds, everything comes down to this field goal attempt for the win. It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on last year's national champion, the Florida Gators. Free Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Turning, just plowing ahead. Bulldozes another guy. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Snagged out of the air. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
They'll try to power it in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Here's a heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they...
Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. And he grabs it, got to get to the marker. And he's tackled short. He didn't make it.
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play, and they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield, throws the completion. Everything's going right, but the return team able to make a massive tackle. The gamble does not pay off, and that is a critical turnover on downs.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. That's caught. It's Clark. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Florida! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for a lot. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier.
explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. Oh, they're after him. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Finds his man. It's Wilson. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Charlotte. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with his back. He breaks a tackle.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Concepcion. At the 45 on his way. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll close the gap to 14. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Jenkins. A strike downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude can throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Into traffic, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 20. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll line up to go for two. Quick strike complete. He makes his way in for the two, and now they trail by only 6. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. To the air, it's Jenkins. Looking deep. Makes the grab down the left side.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Looking left. It's caught downfield.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Concepcion. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it.
Breaks into the open on the left. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tide!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Gators sending the offense back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's loose. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. But now they've got to punch it in. Back to throw, it's Russell. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown, Bama! And we've got a shootout.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
When you see them there taking a shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
There's a live football. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Using his legs to buy some time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Finds a little space. Crosses the 45. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but also been able to do it with efficiency and get...
Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Well, the quarterback has looked his way early, and he's looked his way often all game long. Now he's got over 150 yards when throwing to that guy.
On the run, still looking. He's going to run it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Looking for just 1 more yardage. Scores on the sneak.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Jenkins. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Uncorks one to the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Edwards. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Picked picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Maybe if he could have